All right, hello everybody. We're at the top of this hill, and we're gonna go down using the Regen Brake. All right, so just to give you a sense of how that works. And the thing to note, this is set at 0.65 amps. She weighs 148 pounds. So, that will just give you an estimate for how much you might want to set yours at. Honestly, we have ours set a little bit lower than that generally, but the manual brake pads on this are a little bit worn, so I want to have a little more resistance as we're going downhill. All right, so the way the Regen Brake is set is that it turns on faster than the manual brake pads. So I've got a range where the Regen Brake is kicking in before the manual brake pads. So that way I can control and use the Regen Brake before I start burning the pads on the TrailRider. All right, here we go. Let's go, Lauren. Okay, I'm not engaging the brake. We're just kind of walking downhill. Nice, easy pace. The wheel is, the motor, it's always spinning and it's got gears in it. So it creates a fair amount of resistance above and beyond what the normal TrailRider would do with just the normal wheel bear motor in it. So just with the resistance alone, we're heading down this hill. I haven't engaged the brake yet. So as it gets steeper, I will, and it'll kick in. The other thing is you can use it to juice up the battery a little bit. I've never, seen how much we could restore to the battery using the Regen Brake, but it does pour electricity back into the brake and into the battery. All right, I'm going to turn the brake on. All right, now it's engaged, and now we're going much slower. And this is a relatively steep incline. We're going to have more of an incline coming up here shortly. All right, I'm releasing the brake a little bit because it's flattened out. All right, and now I'm going to re-engage the brake as we're heading down this incline. All right, and make sure our footing is good. You all right, Lauren? Why don't you lean back just a little bit? Back to pretty much nice and smooth. All right, and I'm going to release the brake here. And if you can get a sense, this grade right here going downhill is about the amount of coast that you would normally have on a TrailRider when it's flat. So with this type of motor, you do kind of need to plan on that you're going to use the motor to generate speed even on the flat. Because it's about, a grade like that is the equivalent to the resistance that the motor puts on. The last thing I want to do here is to just give you a sense of how loud it is. The motor does create a fair amount of noise. It's not completely obnoxious. I think everybody on a trail would understand that there's somebody with disabilities who's taking benefit by having the motor and not get annoyed with the noise. But if you're looking for absolute silence, like maybe on some modern e-bikes, it's just not there yet. So you will have some noise. I'm going to kick it in and keep talking so you can kind of get a sense. So right now the motor's on, all right, and you can hear how loud it is. It's not completely obnoxious, okay, but it is there. All right, so that just gives you a sense of the amount of noise that the motor generates. All right, hope you enjoyed this. Hope it was helpful and you can get out on the trails. Have a good one.